It is one of the most shameful chapters of Indian history. 3,000 Sikhs massacred in the national capital after the death of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. More than 28 years have passed. The perpetrators of this violence still roam free. The court has now ordered a reinvestigation into the charges against senior Congress leader Jagdish Tytler, who's joining us on center stage today. I've also got my colleague Gaurav Sawant, who's tracked the case, the investigation and the court proceedings very, very closely. Mr. Tytler, there are very, very serious allegations against you, and now the courts have come to the conclusion that the case against you was never adequately probed. Are you concerned that as a consequence of the court order, the ghosts of 84 will finally catch up with you?
Not at all. I think you got it all wrong. First, so there's no charge on me. 8-year report after Nanavati's says, please find out these two applications, and if there's a genuine truth in it, then charge Mr. Tytler. Till today, nothing is on me, no case on me. Nobody has said to register a case on Mr. Tytler, then to charge him. This is the reporting to be done by the CBI, that here are these two witnesses who have come. Find out. If the truth is there, fix him up. Now,
But that's the main charge. That's the main charge.
No, it's not a charge.
It's just Mr. Pulka. It's not just the victims. It's even the opposition that says the CBI is actually behaving like the Congress Bureau of Investigation, and they're not even probing charges against you. So how can there be a charge sheet?
Why do you say when you do not know anything? Please do your homework before you speak. There are 12 commissions. Yes. And not one commission has even named me.
Nanavati Commission,
wait, let me finish. Let me finish this. It is only when Nanavati came, and he gave a statement in the end. And what does he say? That I find credible evidence that Mr. Tytler is involved in this. On what basis did he do it? Because he has two affidavits, one by Surinder Singh and one by Jasveer Singh. And when he gets an affidavit, which he says that in English, that Mr. Tytler, I saw him there in the mob. But then when he comes to know, he says, I did not give this affidavit. Then he goes and writes in Gurumukhi, says, Pehla affidavit maine nahi diya because I do not know Hindi, I do not know English, I do not know Urdu. I know only Gurumukhi. I did not see Mr. Tytler there. I was made to sign this because I was going to get a compensation. Now these two conflicts has made Nanavati feel that there is something going wrong there. And then on top of it, Mr. Jasveer Singh speaks from America and says that I saw Mr. Tytler near the masjid. Have you gone and seen the Gurdwara masjid? And if the mob is there, masjid is so far away that even today you cannot see a man if he is standing there.
But Mr. Tytler, Surinder Singh also says to the Nanavati Commission that he was contacted by you on 10 November 1984 and asked to sign 2 blank sheets of paper.
Yeah, did he say that? No?
He said.
But he also has gone back and says that I was made to speak. There's a record which I have got it outside, and I think you must see it. Otherwise it will all look like that I am trying to save myself. In which he says that I was pressurized by Mr. Pulka. And it is not Pulka only. Then he's gone and on 164 he made a statement in the court where he says Pulka played a havoc with me. Then there's a tape also which I have given to your office where he's made an interview कि ये सारी की सारा बदमाशी मेरे साथ करी गई है, फुल्का ने करी गई है क्योंकि यहाँ 2 जजों की लड़ाई हो रही थी. He was promised something. He says this. I don't say this. So all this is a part of a conspiracy. And this man himself says this. It's that I was forced to do it. His son, who's in America, he writes to the CBI that my father has been pressurized by Mr. Pulka. He comes from India. He comes to India. He goes to the CBI and he gives his affidavit that please save my father. My father has been pressurized by Mr. Pulka.
And that's the allegation against you, that you and the CBI have also been putting pressure on these eyewitnesses. You're talking about America. I spoke to Jasveer Singh. Jasveer Singh was on headlines yesterday, and he said even when the CBI team came to the United States of America to speak to him, they treated him like an accused and not a witness in this case.
But do you know the background?
That is point 1. There are 3 other eyewitnesses who wanted to come forward. The CBI refused to speak to them. So how will the truth come out if the CBI not even is willing to investigate this case?
Listen to me. When the CBI investigating Mr. Jasveer Singh, on the 3rd he says, I saw Mr. Tytler in the mob.
Yes.
On the 3rd there was a curfew and a dog would not roam, and he said I was with 10,000 people. And where were you? I had taken a walk 30 kilometers away. I had my dinner. I walked up to the Kingsway camp.
Yes.
Then they found out that on the 3rd he was in Jodhpur. He was not even in Delhi. Then he says, at night I spent in a certain man Sucha Singh's house. The CBI went to Sucha Singh. There's a recording there also. Sucha Singh said, no man of this name ever stayed in my house. It's all wrong. It's part of the thing. So Jasbir Singh has told a lie.
Decide. That's for the courts to decide.
So
That's right. That is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I said. Don't put any accusation on me. It is for the court to decide after investigation. Now, if the 3 witnesses come, have you seen the order? Order does not say re-investigate. No. It says further investigate the 3 witnesses. Yes. And I am for it.
Very good. Very good. Because let me quote to you what Arun Kumar, Joint Director of CBI, who, you know, when you got this so-called clean chit from Mr. Ashwini Kumar, Director CBI, his Joint Director did not agree with him. And let me quote to you what he said. And he talks about the contradictions that you are talking about. But then he goes on to say, given the circumstances of these cases, it will not be appropriate to deny the present statement of Jasbir Singh and Surinder Singh regarding the incident. It will be appropriate to leave the decision in the hands of the Honorable Trial Court. Yeah. Hence, I tend to go with the opinion of the DIG and recommend prosecution of Jagdish Tytler under section 147, 149, 109, read with 302. That's murder, sir. 302, 295, 427.
On what basis? On what basis? On what basis? The man says he sees me there.
Yes.
Surinder Singh. And I am there with Indira Gandhi's body. Have you seen Nanavati's report?
Yes.
Have you seen what time the Nanavati says the mob came? I want to ask you, do you know this?
Sure, but
what time? What
does the CD
I want to ask you,
sir.
I want to ask you,
Sir,
what
you
does
are
no, listen. What does Nana, because I am the accused, whether I am a doc, I want the public to know through your channel. I want to know what Nanavati says. Nanavati says in the report, which I have got the original report, says the mob came at 1:30. And what does Surinder says? That 10 o'clock Mr. Tytler was there when the mob was there. And then his father comes, Surinder Singh says, my son is telling lies. I was with my son. Then his brother comes, Surinder Singh, says, I was also with my brother and my brother is telling lies. Then there's a woman just opposite whose house was burnt, whose shop was looted. One of her employees, one of the person who's killed, she's given a statement which I have also brought a thing. And she says, I saw with my own eyes how the people were being killed, how they were thrown, how my own man was killed. But I did not see Mr. Tytler anywhere.
But sir, the reality also is, while you claim to have been at Teen Murti, the distance between Teen Murti and the Gurdwara is only 15 minutes. That's one thing which is constantly being stated.
Have you been to Teen Murti to Gurdwara?
In 1984.
When there's a riot on, when there's a curfew and the roads are completely deserted.
Curfew came on the 3rd, not on the 1st.
And the roads were deserted.
Listen, curfew came on 3rd. How are you saying deserted? On Teen Murti, there were thousands of people coming to see darshan of Indira Gandhi. How can a curfew be there? How can people be not on the road? And I can tell you today also, take your car at 3 o'clock at night when nobody is there. From Teen Murti, you go to the Gurdwara and come back. It will take you more than 35 to 40 minutes. We have done it. The CBI has done it.
Yes.
And at that time, when the crowds are on the road, it must have taken 4 hours. And then let me tell you that whatever the truth may be, I want to ask you, when I am there on that channel, I am there with Indira Gandhi's body. I am there with all the other leaders. The people who are there, the Fulka has been telling lies and you have been projecting which says, my driver? I did not have a driver. If I had a driver, he didn't take interview of my driver. He says, my cook? What lies he come to tell the public and all? Because he is guilty. Because he told the CBI, Surinder Singh, that he forced me to do this. Even the papers was not bought by me. Papers he bought. I bought the papers which he gave in Gurumukhi. So you're going to believe? And then on top of it, let me tell you, when Advani was the Home Minister, I got a clean chit. That means Advani was mixed up with me. Nobody spoke on that. Nobody Akali spoke. No noise in the BJP. That time also I got the clean chit.
But does it not seem rather strange to you? There are eyewitnesses who want to depose against you. They're in the United States. The CBI hasn't even bothered to contact them and to take their testimony.
Have you seen the High Court order? High Court order says, ATR report. First of all, you must read the ATR report. I've got the report with me. You must see. ATR report says, that is the highest body, that Mr. Tytler is not involved. There's no need to do a case on him. But because the Prime Minister in the Parliament has given a statement that because the opposition wanted, hand it over to the CBI. Hand it over to the CBI. So he says, okay, I'll hand it over. So the case was handed over to the CBI. He goes to Mr. Siddiqui, the court. The judge threw it out. He said, there's no case. What are you coming here for? Then the CBI goes, doesn't know what to do for 15 days. Then they go to there's another justice yours who hates Bhagat and all that. He accepts it. Then what do? This is an important thing you must understand. They take up a FIR which was already registered on the 1st of November. And that FIR, 37 people were charged. And that's court decided, and whatever it was decided. Now because they had to open an inquiry, they had to have an FIR. So they took that FIR, and in that FIR, it's not my name, it's the name of some another man. If you see the court cases, nothing to do with me. It's that Paniwala or something, and the man, the case is there. He's got charged cases. Now what happens? When they do this, they find that there are 127 witnesses who came in the previous court. Nobody spoke my name. Cases of the same 3 people who died in Gurdwara, same case. Nobody took my name. Nobody spoke on my name. Sundar Singh didn't speak on my name. Jasbir Singh didn't speak on my name. All these 3 witnesses who have come now didn't speak my name. And the court case was decided. It is only when these 2 witnesses came now, after 22 years, the court had to take away because the Nanavati had mentioned this thing. So it's all right. I did not say why I'm doing. I did not go and protest. I did not go and say take a stay order. I said no. The truth must come out.
Now the truth will come out only when there is an impartial investigation. Let's for a moment get back to the 6th of November in 1984. Did you then, as a powerful Congress leader, barge into the office of the Delhi Police Commissioner Mr. Tandon and said, "मेरे आदमियों को छोड़ो, उनको क्यों बंद कर रखा है?"
आपको फिर पता नहीं है क्या? मेरे पास स्टेटमेंट में लेके आया हूँ.
Did you or did you not?
No,
there were
listen
10
to me.
journalists. There were 5 foreign journalists.
Listen to me, because you journalists are just get one thing and don't. It's a full. I brought the PUCL report. They're all the leaders, whatever happened. And you know what happened? Those camps, I am the only man in Delhi in my constituency who created camps of Sardarjis, and I stayed there. I stayed with them. I said, go back. They said, no, we can't go back because we are scared. I went to Tandon 3 times before. I said, please, ek chauki laga do. Ye Sardar jana mere saath wahan ke gaye. Aaj bhi jaake, there are 306, you please take it into everywhere. उन्होंने कहा जी मैं शाम को लगा दूंगा, परसों लगा दूंगा चौकी. जब शाम तक 4 बजे तक चौकी नहीं लगाई, वो कहते टाइटलर साहब आप हमें मरवाना चाहते हो, आप तो हमें प्रॉमिस कर रहे हो. Then I went with those 2 Sardars. I said, you are not, the word they have used is, you are hampering my relief work. I brought the book with me. By not doing my work, you are hampering my relief work.
But what has been printed?
I am telling you what, not detaining. But please release my work.
Release my
name. I am telling you this. I am telling you this.
So, but is it
I
not
release
strange
my
that
work,
the
I want to do relief work.
There were 10
I
journalists.
want to do relief work or release work. I
Sir,
want to ask you.
Sir, neither you nor we sit on judgment. That's for the courts to decide. But
I am also wanting the court to decide.
CBI did not even speak to those journalists.
I said I want
CBI
this.
did not even question Mr. Tandon, who was Delhi Police Commissioner.
What do they question? That they.
ये हुआ था कि नहीं हुआ?
क्या हुआ? मैं अपने आप कहता हूँ हुआ था. आप इतनी दूर क्यों जाते हो? मैं कहता हुआ था. मेरे रिलीफ वर्क में बाधा आ रहा था. मैं गया था. I'm not denying it.
But the journalists who were there were not questioned either, sir.
Why were they questioned when I'm saying yes?
Because there is a difference in what you are saying. You are saying you wanted relief work to happen. The journalists are alleging that you wanted your men who were involved in the 84 riots to be released from prison.
आप जाके ऐसे करिए. बुक मैंने नहीं प्रिंट करी. बुक PUCL वालों ने प्रिंट करी है. और ये सरदारों ने सुनो, ये जो सरदार है ना ग्रुप है, उन्होंने प्रिंट करी है. अगर मैंने प्रिंट करती तो मैं हो सकता है कि मैं रिलीफ कर देता. ये करी उन्होंने है. आप उनसे पूछो.
I have spoken to
Who have you spoken?
And they very categorically say you wanted your men released. You barged into it. And this was objected to and this was widely reported at that point of time.
For a moment, your perception, I agree with you. The case you're looking at is on the 1st, not on the 6th. I ask you. No. Your case you're looking at is on the 1st.
No, this is a conspiracy. This is what Mr. Phulka or the rights victims are saying. This is how the conspiracy can be put together.
We put it together because Sundar Singh has said that he is the man who started the conspiracy. He bought the papers without his knowing it. He published the thing and said, Mr. Tytler, उसको ये कहा है कि मैं तो तुझे compensation दिलाऊंगा. उसको जब पता चला तो वो अपने आप गया. The conspiracy started here. Then his son rings me up. rings up the CBI that my father is under pressure. Fulka is putting pressure on me. Him, save him. Then he comes to India, he flies to India and he goes straight to the CBI and he gives a statement which I have got a copy of the statement with me. That's what I said, you should have read all
Jasbir
this.
Singh tells the Nanavati Commission, and I want to quote over here, that on the 3rd of November
First of all, you must
1984,
understand, if I am guilty, it's only on the first Sundar Singh statement. Not Jasbir Singh, because Jasbir Singh has proved that he was not in Delhi.
No,
And
but
what
we-
he spoke, he was at that particular time there was a curfew in Delhi. I got the RTI from the Defence Ministry and the Home Ministry.
That's
So
what
I've got the
courts
documents
do.
no,
from
but
him.
let me just remind the viewers once.
I am myself saying the court to decide, let them go. The court has given an order, not re-investigate because this is misleading to the people. Further investigate with looking at the 3 witnesses which have come
You'd
out.
allow me to remind our viewers what Jasbir Singh tells the Nanavati Commission. He says that Jagdish Tytler, rebuked the persons who were standing there, that his instructions were not faithfully carried out, and therefore his position was
On
greatly
a curfew
compromised
day- on a
and
curfew
lowered
day-
in the eyes of the central leaders. That you
On a
wanted
curfew
more
day-
people in comparison with other parts of Delhi, East Delhi, Outer Delhi and Kent. Fewer people had died in your constituency.
On curfew day, when the whole situation is the government of India is saying, the defense ministry is saying, एक कुत्ता भी नहीं चल सकता था, तो ये कहां से आके किसको बोल रहा है? मेरे को कहां से? वो तो ये भी कहता है, you have not heard him fully. He says, Mr. Tytler was a minister, he came in the government car, God knows what not. I was just a member of parliament that time.
सर अगर एक कुत्ता भी नहीं चल सकता तो 3000 लोग नहीं मैसेकर हुए होते।
देखो,
मैसेकर हुए थे।
listen to me
3000
now.
लोग
Coming
मैसेकर हुए।
back to the people. I said nobody is happy and we are all very, very sad that this has happened to our country and our city. I said this, for which I am apologetic, not because I have done it, apologetic because I happen to be an MP. And let me tell you, in my constituency, nothing of this sort have happened. There's not even a single person who has come and given any evidence against me. In the 12 commission, not a one person has come. From my constituency, there are total of the 12 commission, 372 people gave affidavits.
But sir, the fact is 28 years have passed and no Congress leader has been found guilty despite all the
Why are you
comments and
asking
findings
me? Why are you asking
of the
me?
Nanavati Commission.
Why you ask the police, the CBI and the courts?
You've been an extremely powerful Congress minister in every Congress regime, from Rajiv
So
Gandhi
is it bad? Is it bad?
to Dr. Manmohan
But
Singh.
is it bad?
How can the CBI investigate you?
No, what you're talking here. This is, please, you are a responsible people. How can you put a statement like this?
I'm asking, that's a
what
question.
powerful? How I'm powerful? What have I done in this country that, okay, 84 you leave aside. What else powerful I have used in my area or otherwise in the country?
Sir, the allegation is because you've been such
Allegation
a powerful
came only
minister,
now. Allegation came on. What happened when Advani was the Home Minister?
that is for Mr. Advani to answer.
Please ask him, why did you not book Mr. Tytler when he was getting a clean chit? Why did you not stop it? Because we have a record here that the deputy man said this, the other man said this. Nobody spoke on this.
You know, when I put this question, and I did put this question to several BJP leaders on the show yesterday, I was told the Nanavati Commission only completed its work in 2005.
Well, those BJP leaders, you get hold of a BJP leader
till
of
the time
character.
Nanavati-
Those are small time leaders
They
you
may
got
be
there.
small time.
No,
They may be small
no,
time.
small time people make small time talks.
It may be small talk. It was they, until
Lies,
Nanavati
nobody
Commission-
should accept lies, especially
until
you.
Nanavati Commission finalized its report. How could action be taken?
But the ATR report was made also on the basis of Nanavati Commission. And why my name was cleared. But
Whose
still,
government, who
I
was
just
in the
gave you-
government? Who was in the government then, sir?
But government ordered the CBI to investigate me.
So the reality also is that Rajiv Gandhi is on record saying that when a big tree falls, these things happen. That is also
This
the
has nothing
reality.
to do
The
with
ground shakes
1984.
when a big
Nothing
tree.
to do with 1984. Nothing to do with. He made a statement just casually. Nothing to do with 84. And let me tell you, Rajiv Gandhi was as worried as what was happening in Delhi. I can tell you this because we all 7 MPs were fired and sent, go back to your areas, don't stand next to Indraji's body. And he himself went with me in the car. He was driving himself as a Prime Minister. We had a manager, I sat next to him. He went to Mukherjee Nagar, he went to Model Town, he went to Nehru Vihar, he went to 5-6 areas with me. Then I got up with Pratap Nagar. I said, Rajiv, this my concept finishes. I want to get down here and I want to go back. And this is where I camped back. Rajiv Gandhi went the whole night trying to get the things right. And so you don't say Rajiv Gandhi was not worried.
In the current political context, the 1984 is important because your party, the Congress, draws comparison and parallels with what happened with Modi. And the BJP
who compares?
Everybody compares.
Not at all. There the ATR was formed and the Supreme Court
Narendra
came
Modi
into
was
it.
on record saying, क्रिया प्रतिक्रिया का सिलसिला चल रहा है.
मोदी को तो आपने ऐसे ही राजा बना दिया है, एकदम ऐसा गिरेगा. Courts will decide, like you're telling me, na? The court will decide. The court will decide his role. So let's not you and me discuss. I am Jagdish Tytler going to be spared by the courts or not? That's for the court to decide. Decision will be taken when the courts take a decision on it.
No, but it doesn't give the Congress party any right to target Narendra Modi, target the BJP at a time when there are cases against the Congress's own leaders, and 1984 remains a shameful chapter where the perpetrators haven't been booked yet.
I did not bring I have got 19 FIRs against the BJP leader on 84 riots. Hindustan Times covered in such a big news names of the people and the FI numbers. How come these all 19 FI were withdrawn? How they were withdrawn by the BJP when they were in the government? Nobody questions that. I have raised twice. I can give you the documents tomorrow. Hindustan Times printed this from Jangpura. How they killed people, how they looted people. BJP leader. And one of the leaders whose name was there, he was Vajpayee's chief election agent in Lucknow.
Mr. Tytler, is your conscience completely clear?
Completely clear. I am telling you, I stake my life on this thing, that I am completely clear.
If you were to come across the victims of the 1984
You do not
riots,
know then what I have done with the victims. In my constituency, there are over 200 homes which I did not let the DDA touch it. I got all the 200 homes given to the widows and the children's and the jobs I created. And let me tell you something, when the election came, I made my agents of the 3 booths and I won 80% of the votes on those 3 booths where the widows were staying. But let me tell you, where the widows are staying in other places, my hearts are with them. What's happened to them, it's a shameful thing. Because why I'm saying this, in the partition time, my father was cut into 4 or 5 pieces. And how my mother brought, we lived in Gurdwaras. I belong to a Sikh family. One of my Hindu mother and my father was a Sikh family. I know the plight, what has happened to a woman. So what happens to those women? They're like my sisters, they're my mothers. My heart goes with them. Even now they come to my house. They come to my house. Even at 3 o'clock, some of them come to Mr. Tytler, हमें बताओ हम जाना चाहते हैं. हम जाना चाहते हैं कि जिसकी जगह आपने हम लोगों के लिए क्या-क्या करा है. But anyway, I don't want to take this. But I am at your mercy today. I want the public to know that I am not afraid of this investigation which the judge has ordered on those 3 witnesses. But even today I am telling you on this, I can even challenge you. Let one single man from my constituency come and accuse me. But he must have a credible evidence with him to accuse me today. I know my aim was at that time create camps. Look at, do you know, the 13, 14 families stayed in my house from the 31st night to the 15th or 16th. My children used to sleep on the grounds, but we gave them all the Snow White people, other people, Puris and all.
What did you do to stop, you as an MP, what did you do to stop riots? Because you were talking about you and Rajiv Gandhi traveling through the streets of Delhi. No, hear me out. Pupul Jaikar says and writes that I went up to Rajiv Gandhi and said, please call out the army. Your mother, had she been alive, she would have done so. He did not call out the army. Even when the army was called out, they were not given police escort to go out in East Delhi, where a lot of massacre took place. They were not permitted to roam around. Now, all this just
goes on to show. I have
come
here to answer for myself today.
So what did you do?
My constituency, I controlled whatever I could control and made sure those people were taken in the camps. And I stayed in the camps, in my constituency.
Sure.
Yes, please mind out.
Because that truth the courts will say. Because the allegation is that in your constituency, you were very miffed that the deaths weren't as high as in Outer Delhi and East Delhi.
This is the man who told you, who was not even present.
That courts will decide whether he
was present or not. No, court will decide because CBI has already decided.
CBI, that is the point, Mr. Tytler. CBI is no one to decide.
A statement
cannot
decide. Jasmeer's relatives say the man was there, and then he says my house was there, I stayed there in Gurdwara.
Then he should go to, in case it is wrong, the courts will send him to jail for perjury.
I will, let me tell you this. Once this is over, I will sue these people who have put these blames on me.
Sure.
Let me tell you this.
Please do that. But in the meantime,
Innocent
it is not
person,
just,
you get
see,
hold of me because I
CBI,
happen to hold a
it's the
position.
taxpayers' money. Sir, it is our money. The taxpayers' money that was spent in sending the CBI team to the United States of America.
Yeah.
They, according to Jasbir Singh, treated him like an accused. That is point one.
Who
Chain
told
Singh,
you?
Alam
Who
Singh,
told you?
Jasbir Singh himself.
Jasbir Singh will never tell you what happened to him.
He told me.
What did he tell you?
It's on live TV.
On live, he told lies that he was there. No, please, you must.
That is point one.
Listen,
Chain
you just
Singh.
can't say he is a gospel truth.
I am not
Whatever
saying.
Jasbir Singh says truth. Whatever I'm telling you is lies.
No, we are not saying that. Not for once, Mr. Tytler. Not for once are we saying either Rahul or I. We are saying that what you're saying
because
are
of
lies.
your two names, I have come here.
Yes,
The other was wanting. I said nothing doing. I want these people. They are just. But I want to tell you this thing.
But
I want the people who have really done it should be punished. I don't deny this. And if I am in any way, directly or indirectly, you find this thing, I should be punished also. But not because perception is created in the country that I am a killer of Sikhs.
Why did this perception get created? They say there's, when
Because
there's,
it's you people
when
who
there's
have done it.
smoke, there has
Just
to
see
be
what
fire.
happened yesterday. You got hold of certain people. Only when I saw all this thing, I wanted to go. I talked to Sir Desai. I said, I want to do it, but you have to do it. Then your friends and all, I said, by all means, they are all respectable people. I would like to put it by my point of view. But I'm telling you this thing. What happened in 84 is not something anybody can be proud of. Especially we Indians should not feel ever that. What happened in Gujarat also, nobody could feel proud of that. Let me tell you that also. But I want to tell you this one thing. I am innocent. I have nothing to do with it. I looked after the Sardar. Sardars have brought me back 4 times in the parliament. Go look at the record. I have never lost from the booths where the Sikhs are living. How come they voted back me to power? Because they can easily throw me out.
Is it your case, Mr. Tytler, that nobody from the Congress party, no leader big or small, had anything to do with the massacre of 3,000 Sikhs?
Well, how can I answer that? Let me tell you this.
No, because you're
I have
not
come
just-
here to talk about myself.
But you're also a representative of the Congress party, which was in power then and is in power
I
now.
already told you we're all feeling very sorry that this has happened. That should be enough.
Mr. Tytler, you said that you are not scared of confronting the victims of 1984.
Why should I be
and that your conscience
I
is
have already
completely
been
clear.
confronting. What confronting? I have already been with them. I look after them. Even today they come to me and I get the compensation for them. I go to the district magistrate, whoever get the record state. I do that today also. I get them admissions.
Are you prepared to take a question from a survivor of the riot, somebody whose family was impacted during the 1984 riots?
I can take it up, somebody who's from my constituency who is blaming me.
No, true. I'm not just talking about you because this is not a court of law, but this is a larger question about the wounds of 1984 which haven't healed at all.
I have already given you, so I said, my sympathies with them. I am always available to them in any time.
Are you prepared to hear from them?
Well, of course, your liberty to get somebody to speak, like
No,
you
he
say,
wants to
listen
speak
to
to you.
Jasbir Singh. But I don't mind listening to him because she must have gone through a lot of trauma.
Because it is important also for them to feel that they can reach out to you.
Yes,
they can
yes.
speak to you.
Even in my house, there's some widows staying. But they say, Tytler साहब हमें लेके जाओ. हम बताना चाहते हैं कि आपने हमारी कितनी मदद
Because there's
करी.
one gentleman who's watching this program and has a question he wishes to ask you.
That's all right.
I'd ask our producers now to connect us to Mohan Singh from Tilak Nagar. आप एक बार सुन लीजिए वो क्या कह रहे हैं. वो आपसे कुछ सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं. आप उनके सवाल का जवाब दीजिए. जगदीश टाइटलर साहब इस वक्त हमारे साथ हैं. मोहन सिंह साहब हमारे प्रोड्यूसर कह रहे हैं कि आपके पास कुछ सवाल हैं जो आप टाइटलर साहब से पूछना चाहते हैं. आप अपनी बात रखिए, फिर टाइटलर साहब उस सवाल का जवाब देंगे.
राहुल जी,
आप सवाल पूछिए.
टाइटलर जी से राहुल जी, मैं टाइटलर जी से पूछना चाहता हूं कि CNN IBN 7 ने स्टिंग ऑपरेशन किया था.
Sting operation.
हेलो,
हाँ पूछिए, आवाज आ रही है, हम बताएंगे आप क्या पूछ रहे हैं.
टाइटलर जी से मैं पूछना चाहता हूं, CNN IBN चैनल ने सुरेंद्र सिंह जो ग्रंथी था उसका स्टिंग ऑपरेशन किया था. वो स्टिंग में उसने पूरी सच्चाई बताई थी कि कैसे मैं गुरुद्वारे में छिपा हुआ था और कैसे लोगों की भीड़ आई और उसमें टाइटलर उनको भड़का रहा था. ये सारी बातें उन्होंने उस स्ट्रिंग में बताई हैं, जो सच्चाई उन्होंने देखी थी और जैसे कत्लेआम हुआ और जैसे उनको उकसाया गया. उसके बाद में दूसरे ही दिन उसके घर पर अटैक किया गया, सुरेंद्र सिंह ग्रंथी जो था उसके घर पर अटैक किया गया। वो टेंशन में कभी इधर भागता था, कभी उधर भागता था, अपनी जिंदगी उसने उस टेंशन में गुजारी, आखिर उसकी मौत हो गई। उसका कौन जिम्मेदार है? वो गवाह थे, मुख्य गवाह थे। जसबीर सिंह जो कि अपनी जान बचाकर अमेरिका चले गए, वहां से उनका जो सीबीआई ने अच्छी तरह से बयान नहीं लिए, वो किसके दबाव में थे?
इंग्लिश, हिंदी नहीं, पंजाबी में बोलना तो
आखिर में इतना जो नरसंहार हुआ उसका जिम्मेदार कौन है?
ठीक है, आप पूछ रहे हैं कि जिम्मेदार कौन है?
सरदार साहब, मैंने आपको बड़े ध्यान से सुना, मैं मेरी बात सुनो ना, मैं बड़े ध्यान से आपको सुना है। मैं आपको ये बताना चाहता हूँ,
मैं आपसे ये कहता हूँ कि मैं आपको ये एक बात और कहना चाहता हूँ कि जिस देश की राजधानी प्रधानमंत्री बसता हो, राष्ट्रपति बसता हो, गृह मंत्री हो, सारे जज हो, उसमें 72 घंटे ये कत्लेआम किसकी शय पर हुआ?
चलिए, आप ये सवाल पूछे,
कत्लेआम कौन करा सकता है?
मैं आपकी बात का जवाब देना चाहता हूँ।
सवाल पूछे, सरदार साहब को जवाब देने दीजिए।
सरदार साहब, मैं आपकी बात को बड़े ध्यान से सुना है। यही जो स्टिंग ऑपरेशन की बात कर रहे थे अभी मैं सर देसाई के साथ, वो इसी बारे उन्होंने भी अपना मुझे सुनाया, मगर अगले दिन कोर्ट का नोटिस दे दिया सुरेंद्र सिंह ने, उनको कहा कि खबरदार ये स्टिंग ऑपरेशन, क्योंकि मेरे से कुछ गलत बातें बोल बोल के मेरे से बुलवाया गया है, और जिसमें सर देसाई ने माना है कि मैंने को कोर्ट का नोटिस आया था। फिर इसी सुरेंद्र सिंह ने जाके ये बताया कि किस तरीके से मेरे एफिडेविट को गलत बनाया गया, और दूसरी बात नहीं, मेरी गाल सुन लो, उसी सर एक गाल सुनो, मैं तुम्हारी गाल सुनिए। उसने ये भी मुझे यही बताया कि मैं 10 बजे मेरे पास ये मॉब आया था जो गुरुद्वारे में दबा था, मगर आपके कोर्ट की प्रोसीडिंग देखो, उसके अंदर लिखा था कि मॉब तो 1:30 बजे आया था, और जब मैंने अपनी फोटो दिखाई कि मैं तो इंदिरा गांधी के बॉडी के साथ था, तब उसका कोई जवाब नहीं था। तो मैं फिर भी कहता हूं, जो हुआ है हम कोई खुश नहीं है, हमें बहुत अफसोस है। मैं आप ऐसे करो कि कई जगह हैं जो आपके तिलक नगर में भी कई लेडीज हैं जिनकी मैंने मदद करी है। आप मेरे मॉडल टाउन में जाके पता किए कि मैंने क्या मदद नहीं करी है, नहीं करी।
मैं जानता हूं किसी के थ्रू लोगों को आपने गुमराह करके वहां पर बुलाया गया और उनको कुछ दे के लालच दिया गया, लेकिन जब ये पता लगा कि आप टाइटलर ये
सरदार साहब स्नो व्हाइट वाले और गुलाटी, स्नो व्हाइट वाले गुलाटी जितनी फैमिलीज हैं, ये करोड़पति से भी करोड़पति हैं, तो मैं उनको पैसा दे के कुछ नहीं बुलवाया।
But he's asking an important question. Who do you think is guilty? He said 3,000 people have died. Who do you, Mr. Tytler, think is guilty?
I think guilty तो मैं कोई ऐसा आदमी नहीं हूं कि I should say कि who is guilty, who is not guilty. I have come here today because a perception is created that I am the one who is responsible for it. A guilty one will be punished. If I am guilty, I should be punished. If the others who are guilty, they should be punished. And I am sorry to say that maybe 3 governments of ours and 2 governments of the others, they did not follow it up as NOB is being followed. And I hope they do it quickly. Even the judge who has ordered yesterday that at once you must do the investigation on the 3 affidavits which the witnesses have come, they should do it. I want to do it. They should do it. And the truth will come out. And if there's any part where I am guilty, I should be punished. I have no right. And even I made a statement there. Till my name is cleared, politically for a man to say this thing, it requires a lot of gut. I will not ask for any vote as members, because I have never lost election. I have had 12 years as a minister, center minister. Nobody has questioned me ever. But this is the first time Nanavati has put a question to me. So I would say I will not embarrass the Congress president or Rahul ji that ki mujhe bhi ticket de dijiye. Nahi.
You're not asking for
it. No question does not arise. On what face I will say कि मेरे पे सारे इल्जाम लग रहे हैं, ये केस चल रहा है, मुझे आप टिकट दीजिए. No, I will not do it. But I want the people to know. मैंने सरदारों की मदद करी है, मैंने कैंप्स लगाए हैं, मैं कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी से बाहर नहीं निकला जब तक सारे लोग अपने घरों में सेटल नहीं हो गए.
You held out a challenge to Jasbir Singh. You called him a liar. Are you?
I still say he's a liar when the CBI has proved it that he was not on the 3rd in Delhi. And he was not in that place when the curfew was there. What do you call him, a liar? नहीं कि झूठा कह दूंगा?
Because
he must speak the truth.
Jasbir Singh is hearing you speak live in the United States.
Must be.
Headlines today is available in the United States.
You tell him, please send an affidavit that you were on 3rd. Curfew के ऊपर भी तू घूम रहा था. कि तुझे आर्मी ने नहीं रोका, तुझे पुलिस ने नहीं रोका, और तू 30 किलोमीटर खाना खाने के बाद सैल करते आया था। खाना खाया उसने 8 बजे, 30 किलोमीटर चल के आया, और इधर किंग्सवे कैंप पे टीबी हॉस्पिटल के गेट के बाहर जहां कर्फ्यू लगा था। फिर रात को सोने के लिए सुच्चा सिंह के घर में गया। सुच्चा सिंह कहता है झूठ बोलता है, कोई ऐसे नाम का आदमी नहीं आया। फिर ये कहता है मैं वहां लुडलो कैसल में गया, लुडलो कैसल में भी सीबीआई पहुंची, कहते इस नाम का कोई आदमी नहीं आया। तो व्हाट डू यू कॉल हिम, अ लायर और नॉट?
No, because he's watching, he's called up our landline. He's watching, he's called up our landline and he wants to dispute what Jagdish Tytler is saying.
Please tell him to dispute with the CBI. Send an affidavit from there कि मैं वहां कर्फ्यू के वक्त मैं वहां घूम रहा था.
Mr. Jasbir Singh, Mr. Tytler is very clear that you've been proven out to be a liar. That what you're saying has been shown by the investigation of the CBI. That what you were saying is completely false. That you were never in Delhi. That you were in Jodhpur at that time.
देखो जी, मुझे थोड़ा हिंदी में बताओ।
वो कह रहे हैं कि आप थे ही नहीं टाइटलर साहब, आप सीधे सीधे कह रहे हैं कि आप दिल्ली में थे ही नहीं, आप तो जोधपुर में थे उस वक्त पे। जसबीर सिंह साहब, आप टाइटलर साहब पे आरोप लगा रहे हैं। वो कहते हैं कि आप कहते हैं कि वो 30 किलोमीटर चल के गए। आपकी सारी बात में कोई दम नहीं है।
सुच्चा सिंह के घर रहे, सुच्चा सिंह के घर रहे, क्या सुच्चा सिंह के घर रहा? पूछो जरा, सुच्चा सिंह के घर में रहा? ये पूछो आप। मैंने
आप सुच्चा सिंह के घर में थे कि नहीं?
अभी सुनो पहले सिखों के कातल सुनो, हमारे आलिमों को जिंदे जलाने वाले कातल सुन।
नहीं, आप बात रखिए अपनी बात रखिए। वो एक स्पेसिफिक चार्ज लगा रहे हैं कि आप दिल्ली में थे ही नहीं। आपकी फैमिली के रिलेटिव्स खुद बोल रहे हैं कि आप जोधपुर में थे।
के अंदर था, मैं दिल्ली के अंदर था। किंग्सवे कैंप चौक, टीबी हॉस्पिटल चौक जो पर मैंने आंखों से देखा, कानों से सुना, भीड़ को संबोधित करते हुए कि उत्तरी दिल्ली के अंदर देखो पूरी दिल्ली देखो एचकेएल भगत का इलाका, सिखों में घर तबाह कर दिए। मेरा
नहीं, जसबीर सिंह साहब, टाइटलर साहब ये कहते हैं कि आपके खुद के रिश्तेदार, मेरी बात सुनिए, वो कह रहे हैं कि आपके खुद के रिश्तेदार ये कहते हैं कि आप दिल्ली में नहीं थे, आप जोधपुर में थे उस वक्त पे। आपका इस पे क्या कहना है?
जी, जो मेरे रिश्तेदार अगर वो कह रहे थे, मैं एक आपको सबसे बड़ा एग्जांपल देता हूँ। वो आदमी तिहाड़ जेल में बनता है दिनों में, वो कहते हैं मेरे साथ आ जाइए।
नहीं, टाइटलर साहब ये भी कह रहे हैं कि दिल्ली में उस वक्त कर्फ्यू था, दिल्ली में ये कर्फ्यू था। आपका जो बयान है नानावटी कमीशन के सामने, वो ये है कि टाइटलर साहब ने लोगों को कहा कि आपने ज्यादा लोगों को नहीं मारा, बाकी जगहों पे तो ज्यादा लोग मारे गए, आउटर दिल्ली में, कैंट में, ईस्ट दिल्ली में। उनका कहना है कि उस वक्त तो कर्फ्यू था, उतने लोग थे ही नहीं। वो किसको बोलते हैं? टाइटलर साहब आपसे सीधे सीधे सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, आपको झूठा कह रहे हैं।
वो कर्फ्यू हमारे लोगों के लिए था, जो हमें मरवाने के लिए। हमारे लिए कर्फ्यू का कर्फ्यू बोल रहे हैं। ये लोग सरेआम भीड़ की अगुवाई कर रहे हैं, भीड़ को भड़का रहे हैं, और इनके खिलाफ ये नहीं। ये कहता है कि मैं डेडबॉडी के पास था। सुनो, सीबीआई के पास गौतम कौल, अमिताभ बच्चन, आर.के. धवन को पूछने का टाइम नहीं है। उनसे सीबीआई वालों ने पूछा, क्यों नहीं पूछा सीबीआई वालों ने? आर.के. धवन, अमिताभ बच्चन,
स्टिक टू स्टेटमेंट।
वो ये भी कहते हैं कि आप बार बार जो आई विटनेसेस हैं वो स्टेटमेंट अपने चेंज करते रहते हैं। पहले तो आए नहीं, 22 आए के बाद सामने आए और अपना बयान बदलते रहते हैं। पहले क्यों नहीं आए?
राहुल राय जी, एक जब तक मैं इंडिया में रहा, कौन से दिन मेरे पास सीबीआई का ऑफिसर है या कौन सा कोई एजेंसी का बंदा या
क्यों आएगा जब दिल्ली में था?
क्यों? ये सब झूठ बोलते हैं। इनके अंदर पावर केंद्र सरकार के अंदर सीबीआई काम कर रही है। ये सीबीआई नहीं है, ये कांग्रेस इन्वेस्टिगेशन है।
सुच्चा सिंह के घर ठहरा था ये।
अच्छा, आपने कहा कि आप सुच्चा सिंह के घर ठहरे थे। सुच्चा सिंह से जब पूछा गया तो उन्होंने कहा कि वो किसी भी जसबीर सिंह नाम के आदमी को जानते नहीं है।
देखो जी, सुच्चा सिंह कौन सा है, ये आज बातें मैं अदालत में पेश करूंगा। सीबीआई वाले क्यों नहीं मुकदमा दर्ज करके अदालत के लेके आते? अदालत का काम है कि अगर मैं झूठा हूं तो ठीक है, इनको बरी कर दे। सीबीआई कौन है भाई? सुच्चा सिंह, ये सुच्चा सिंह नहीं है। सुच्चा सिंह एमसीडी का ट्रक चलाता था, वो ड्राइवर था।
एक ही घर है। Let me tell you this.
He's saying that they went to the wrong Sucha Singh.
There's only one house. There's only one house of Sucha Singh. There's no other house. The DD had demolished because he had taken his stay order. So he's the only one house was there. So what is he?
पर आप दिल्ली में थे भी कि नहीं? क्योंकि टाइटलर साहब सीधे सीधे कह रहे हैं और जो डॉक्यूमेंट्स है वो भी दिखाते हैं कि आपके रिश्तेदार कहते हैं कि आप जोधपुर में थे उस वक्त पे।
मेरे रिश्तेदार, मैं बताना कि भैया इनके पास पैसा है, पावर है,
पैसा है, पावर
इनका
है।
एक देखो, हमारा एक विटनेस सुरेंद्र सिंह, इसके राइट हैंड राणा, जो राणा इनका कोई सेक्रेटरी पता नहीं कौन है, उसने सुरेंद्र सिंह को मरवाया।
He got a
जो मराया
cancer
इतना
also,
अहम विटनेस,
and he's
उसकी डॉनी पोस्ट
क्या
मार्टम
why
रिपोर्ट की गई।
such a conversation we are having? आगे जाके खिचड़ी मच रही है। I think don't.
कर दिया।
हाँ।
2 घंटे के अंदर सुरेंद्र सिंह का इतना अहम विटनेस, ना उसका पोस्टमार्टम ना कुछ, और उसकी रिकॉर्डिंग
He's talking
हमारे
about Sundar
पास
Singh now,
रखी है।
please.
Okay.
हम उसकी रिकॉर्डिंग देंगे।
Please.
कि
Okay.
कैसे सुरेंद्र सिंह को इन्होंने मरवाया।
See, we can't sit in on judgment one way or the other. Okay, we're hearing from Mr. Tytler, we're hearing from Jasbir Singh. It is at the end of the day the responsibility of the courts of law to decide who's guilty and who's not. But I want to quote from the concluding parts of the Nanavati report, which say that the Sikhs had come together in the Gurdwaras. They had weapons that they could have used possibly to defend themselves. And they were constantly reassured by Congress leaders that no harm would come to them, that they were sent back, sir, to their residence. It is after, from very senior Congress leaders, getting reassured that no harm would come to them, that they went back home. They were no longer in groups as they were in Gurdwaras. It is then that the rioting began. The Nanavati Commission finds that this was an organized attempt to organize these riots.
Maybe some other, not in my area. मैं तो पहले दिन ही उनको ले गया था पुलिस थाने में, कैंप लगवा दिया था, and I stayed with that.
Your
50.
government, sir, your government.
I come here because मेरे पे नाम लगा है, तो I want to clear my name.
What do you make of the fact that fewer people died in your area, and
No,
yet in public estimate, when people look at this, you in some senses, to the generation that's watching this, is the face of the riots. Unlike say an HKL Bhagat, some people passed away, no one goes after them as much as they do after you.
I'd like to ask them why. Because I defend to them, I expose them. I really expose them. There's nobody else can expose them like I can expose them. I've exposed Fulka. I've exposed Fulka because Sundar Singh has made a statement, not to me.
Fulka says he's a crusader for justice.
164 statement in front of the magistrate. That's not my doing. I've got the statement with me. I can give you a copy. Where he says Fulka has done all this thing. And I've got a tape also which I've given to your office. If you listen to the tape, and if you, while you're showing the program, if you can put the thing, then it will do me a little favor. Where he says openly, मैंने कभी टाइटलर का नाम नहीं लिया. ये 2 जजों की लड़ाई थी. बहुत कुछ निकलेगा उसकी बातों से. किस तरीके से मुझे कॉम्पनसेशन के लिए कहा गया और कॉम्पनसेशन नहीं दिया और ये नाम लिखवा दिया टाइटलर साहब को मैंने कभी नहीं. Then he writes a letter to the Prime Minister.
Yes, but 3,000 people died.
I said,
we still haven't got justice for those 3,000
well, I see. Then it's not for me to answer that question.
But
it is for the police and the CBI.
As a citizen, 3 decades later,
guilty must be punished. Guilty must be punished. And I'm just saying this. It was 2 governments of the BJD. BJP, sorry,
yes,
were there. They were also looking after. The 2 commissions were set up at that time. The clean chit was given also when Advani was the Home Minister also. So people who are not given justice is everybody who's been in power.
In the political narrative, when the Congress attacks Modi, BJP turns around and says, in 10 years, in some cases at least of the Gujarat riots, people have been sentenced. Verdicts have been reached, people have been sentenced, whereas 1984
How many
continues
people have
to
been
linger.
sentenced in Gujarat riots?
In the Best Bakery case, in several cases.
But here also has been mentioned. And I tell you this thing, I think
No,
I've
but
given
the
you a
senior
record
Congress
of the
leaders have not been
BJP
targeted.
leaders who were involved. Did I tell you that?
Yes, you did.
That people who were involved whose FIRs was taken away.
So it can't be your rights versus
No,
my
I'm
rights.
saying this. I said it's solely responsibilities of the government. And let me tell you this.
And you concede the government failed. The government failed completely.
Well, I would not say.
The army was called out late. The army wasn't sent out in affected areas. People were.
Do you think the army should have been called in much earlier?
Well, I don't know if it's for the administration that time to decide.
No, but you were a key part of the administration. Do you think in hindsight 30 years later that Rajiv Gandhi should have acted faster? The army
Rajiv Gandhi acted so fast that he himself, as his mother's body was lying there, he was roaming around in the areas seeing that the riots.
He didn't call in the army for several hours.
Well, I don't know. He must have called it. The governor is there and the police is there.
Was he naive that he was overwhelmed by emotion because of his mother's death?
No, he's not naive.
And therefore not
you
able
do not
to
know the Gandhi family. You see, you may criticize them. They are very human, and this kind of things hurts them the most. Let me tell you that.
Okay, Mr. Jagdish Tytler, for coming in, for putting your perspective. We don't wish, as I said earlier, to sit in on judgment one way or the other. The case will be reinvestigated. It is for the courts to decide who's guilty, who's not. For joining us, for your perspective, thank you very much, Mr. Jagdish Tytler. Thank you very much. Thank you.